Yo, what up, man? Chris, somebody checking back in, man. Back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button away. And I appreciate all the support, man. Bullpen Battle League went down this weekend, man. Let me recap some of these events, man. If you have not copped the pay-per-view, make sure you cop and support, man. Support battle rap. You know what I'm saying? $45 for the pay-per-view, and you can check out the battles. First battle I'm going to talk about is Av versus Clone. I thought that was a pretty good battle, man. Shout out to Clone and Av, you know, two of the best punchers in the game right now. Obviously, Av is on one of them elite levels, and Clone is definitely up and coming. I think he's actually slept on as far as, you know, one of those kind of, you know, one of those punchers. And I think in this particular battle, it just kind of showed like different levels that Av can get to. And even though he had a little slick little line about Chris unbiased, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty good, Av. I give it real, it was pretty good. I ain't no hater. Av. It was a pretty decent line.
We know how to move, my nigga. Try us. I promise you, I got a click of riders. But you know how I know these niggas liars? Because none of these bitches ever comfortable with a guns be like Chris unbiased. None of these bitches ever comfortable with a guns be like Chris unbiased.
Me and Av got this like love-hate relationship, you know what I'm saying? You know, I like what he brings to the table as a battle rapper. A lot of times I say he's the worst battler in battle rap. And what I mean by that is he is high risk, low reward. And when you are like that, you kind of in the worst place you can be in battle rap, because you either want to be a top tier guy like a Surf, you know what I'm saying? Somebody like that, like a Calico, something like that. Or you want to be an up-and-comer that can generate a lot of buzz, like a Snake Eyes. If you one of them two people, you can always get battles. You can always get booked because you're able to talk your way into battles and you're able to be chased. Like, people want to battle Calico. And if you're Snake Eyes, he can talk his way into a battle. Like, he talked his way into the Rock battle and these other battles because he has the ability to generate a lot of buzz around him. When you just one of these people that take your lunch pail and go home, it's never a good look for you. And I feel like Av, obviously I watched him in True Foe. He beat True Foe recently. I got him winning this battle versus Clone also. And I feel like the best thing that happened to Av, bro, is that Easy to Block Captain and Surf basically are unavailable for URL. Obviously, we know Surf is still locked up. Easy is moving on to Chrome 23. And I feel like that's the best thing that happened to Av. I feel like Av has been lost in the shuffle. He was threatening to leave URL. He was unable to buy himself out of his contract still. Old Battle still, you know, basically doing his thing. And I feel like I had said that I didn't think URL would give him good battles on his way out the door. And it looks like he's probably going to end up staying with URL. And if that's the case, he's one of the better battlers for URL to book. Because I asked you a lot of times, who would URL put on a Summer Madness or a Gnome right now? You know what I'm saying? You got Rock, you got DNA, you got Calico, you got all these different names. Av is another good name to put on there. You know what I'm saying? He's not a guy that's going to headline a card, but he's a good fourth or fifth battle on any card. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like right now, with Easy being gone, because if you think about it, Av really ain't been on a lot of big cards, but Easy has. So now that Easy is gone, now that Surf is locked up or whatever and unable to battle, it's like two open spaces. And I think Av can move into that, especially with the buzz that's been generated off of the True Foe battle and off of this particular battle right here. People are basically saying, yo, Av, there's a reason why niggas don't want to battle Av, because he's one of the hardest battlers to beat. And I think right now, there was a time Av and Twerk was supposed to lock in. We know Twerk got his car shot up. That battle never happened. I think right now URL needs to book Av and Twerk on an upcoming card. So Gnome really should be looking like Av and Twerk, Calico and Goods. That's what it should be looking like. Them should be two battles right there for the card. And I think URL is on the right path of where they need to go. In this particular battle, round one, I felt like Av was just too much in round one. He had the King Bob bar. He had to come on her senses bar. That was crazy. Obviously, the Chris Unbiased bar. That was his first round.
He be talking like he clean runtowns. Are you the king? What clown? See, saying that'll make a swing rush round. And if I was you, I'd tell your team hush now. Because as soon as they say he king, bow, watch this whole stream shut down. Let me humble my disses. Because I heard one of them bitches' head was a missile. I mean, fucking ridiculous. Shit, I'm trying to be someone that's a witness. So I can bust where she sees, smell, and taste, you know, come to her senses. So
Hey, see you catch it later.
Hold on. Let me humble my disses. Because I heard one of them bitches' head was a missile. I mean, fucking ridiculous. Shit, I'm trying to be the one that's a witness. So I can bust where she sees, smell, and taste, you know, come to her senses. So
Clone had a good first round, too. He had the Iverson opening bar step over joint. He had the Tyrone Erica Badu hook. At the end of the first round, I still felt like Av gave you more. So I got him winning the first. The second round, I felt like Clone won. Av, to me, went down. I ain't gonna say I didn't like what he was talking about in the second round. I just felt like it wasn't no crazy haymakers of me. It was just like some good bars. It's just typical stuff Av gonna have for you. I feel like Clone went through this whole thing about how he battled Big K and he battled who else did he battle? Carter Deans and stuff like that. And he was talking about how the time limits were different. He basically was applying it like, yo, I battle these dudes, but we don't get the same time. Basically saying, I'm a black guy, I get, you know, a different time than white guys or whatever. Kind of applied it to like a jail judge type of thing. I thought it was kind of clever.
Just ain't the same kind as these niggas. URL, RBE, just keep signing these niggas. Like, what the fuck y'all keep finding these niggas? They just out here rhyming. I'm here out rhyming these niggas. 3 days prep, Carter Deans, I blinded these niggas. 6 days, Big K, reminded these niggas. You would think I dropped a dime on these niggas. Cause when we all get booked, I don't get the same time as these niggas. Who lying to these niggas?
Ash, Cash, and Couture, those are clip dumpers. I like that bar as well. Clone won the second round to me, so it's 1-1 going into the third. The third round, Av takes an angle where he's talking about Clone being unloyal, how you was with Spit That Heat, and then you left, and then you joined Bullpen, and how basically you just left Blow.
wait, I'm confused and concerned though, bro. Cause you would Spit That Heat. Why you ain't with them standing firm no more? What John told you can earn more dough? Netflix and chill. The company came and you turned on Blow. Bitch, you's a hoe.
But the angle about Spit That Heat, I felt like was better than what Clone was saying. Clone was just doing random punches, still not enough to mess with Av in the third round. So this battle is 2-1 Av. I gave Clone the second round and Av the first and third. As far as Jazz and Loso, good battle by both of these two. For 5 days prep, good battle by both of these two. I cannot front 5 days prep. Was very good for both of these two. Jazz came out. She was snapping, in my opinion, confident. She wasn't stumbling. She wasn't stuttering. She knew her material. Like, she was really on point, man. I was definitely impressed with the fact of just how much she'd been outside. And not only outside, I feel like other than the Clips battle, I feel like the RX battle was good too. I know a lot of y'all couldn't really see it because of the whole pay-per-view stream or whatever, but when that dropped on YouTube, I think Jazz had some good stuff in that battle. So she had that battle, and then obviously this battle right here, 5 days prep. I actually thought her material was good.
You'll never be top tier. You have no impact when they book you. You lost to Twerk, Trash, Briz, Chaz. All the niggas you gotta beat to get there, they all cooked you. So you'll never be in my world. We only quote you verse Vixen. What I'm about to say next shit, you might Earl. Ironic, this round was Taylor Swift and you Kanye West. Your most famous moment is what you did to that white girl. But that was crazy.
Loso was also good in this battle. A-Ward jumped in and threw a couple little lines or whatever. But I also felt like Loso did a good job. And commend both of these two for even putting on 5 days prep. I don't really got a winner. I don't like to judge one-round battles. You know what I'm saying? Loso material might have been maybe a little bit more clever.
Oh, we in the South. We in the South. So you think you got a shot way out here like Caitlin Clark? Oh, I'm gonna beat that easy. It's more like Angel Reese, because the point in the ring is she can't see me. Hey, yo, Beasley. Hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying? I think Jazz might have won a little bit longer, but it's a one-round battle. I don't even think it's a battle that should be counted heavily either way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a makeup battle at the end of the day on 5 days prep. I don't think whoever won or lost, I don't think we can take nothing from it. It don't mean Loso is so much better than Jazz. It don't mean Jazz is so much better than Loso. So I don't really take nothing from this battle. I do feel like they both gave you a good one-rounder. A very good one-rounder, in my opinion. And then obviously you got the Geechi Gotti and BadNewz battle. Those are the only 3 battles I saw right now. I know it's like another 6 or 7 battles on the card. The Twerk battle did not go down. He didn't make it, even though he tried to be a replacement. But for whatever reason, that battle didn't go on. I don't know what's going on with that, with Twerk and Bonus. I think they were supposed to battle, but that battle didn't go down. I know there was I know Excel battled, and it was a. Hold on, I got the card right here while I'm tripping. It's a lot more battles that I need to see what's going on. Philly Hayes and Alias, Excel and D Flames, Shuni Rapper. I didn't watch the Shuni battle yet either. Cashflow RZA, OG Gravely versus Moon, Young Herb versus 7J. So a lot of battles that I have not seen. I'm just gonna catch up sporadically and see what's going on. If one of them stands out, I'll recap it. If you don't see me recap it, then it was just a good battle, but nothing really worth that I can really add nothing to it. As far as Geechi Gotti and BadNewz, we all know they were supposed to be battling for 20 grand. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know. They didn't give up the money in the event. It didn't look like McCole Hardman was in the building. So I don't know about that. Maybe he was. I ain't seen him, and they didn't bring him to the front. And there wasn't $20,000 on the floor or $10,000 on the floor, whatever, like I thought it would be. So, and based on the Geechi Gotti interview, he made it sound like they might figure this out later on. And he also made it sound like that they might split the money. So one day, man, I want to see a nigga take the money and be like, yo, I ain't giving you shit. I'm taking this money off the floor and I'm going home. I know that's kind of what JC did because he didn't give Swamp any money, but he said he would. But I want to see somebody literally have money on the floor, pick that shit up and be like, yo, all this is mine. I'm not. And I want somebody to ask him like, yo, what you think about splitting it with your opponent? I ain't splitting shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to see somebody actually say that, man, because it's a lot of talk about money on the floor battles. And at the end of the day, all they do is split the money. So it's like, it just kind of defeats the purpose. But it looks like we're going to find out who won that battle later. I actually got Geechi Gotti winning this battle 2-1. I gave BadNewz the second round, and the first round to me was honestly close. The third round was the only round I felt like he kind of took off from BadNewz, and that's why I got him winning this battle. I think News he slept on a lot because of his delivery. He has like this interesting way of rapping where he has a lot of hand movement, head jerking, different little stuff. And I think sometimes people have a hard time gravitating to his style because he like tries to play too cool mixed in with like, I'm tough and I'm hard. And it's just a mixture between the two. And it's kind of like, I think his style takes a little bit to get used to. But as far as bars, he definitely has some bars, man. His first round, he had the Av and Danny bar. I spar with the 40 and the 45. It ain't Av and Danny. That was pretty cool. I used to live off a tree like Tarzan. I like that bar. The 112 Boys and Men bar, I like that bar too.
Cuz made a killing off of the yay. All grams. I learned how to live off the tree like Tarzan. I learned how to live off the tree like Tarzan. It's a cop named Officer Miller where we from. We ain't like him, but we all come in. He used to say he had a place where we all could spin. Interrogation rooms. We ain't never talked to him. We ain't seen shit. But that 112 turned boys to... We heat seekers!
He would say a good bar, but then he'll have a bar like, I catch a body like a cheerleader. And it's like, come on, my nigga. like niggas was saying that shit like 6, 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even 8, 10 years ago. Geechi came back in the first round. He talked about him still in bars. That was obviously a big thing with BadNewz, still in bars. He also kind of flipped it to where like, oh, even John be still in bars. I did the first battle in this venue. You even stole the venue. That was actually pretty funny. He had a bad breath bar. The scope gun go in your mouth. He had I used to move white in the hood. Like I'm trying to raise the property value. That bar was actually pretty cool. Geechi can say some simple shit and it be cold. I used to move white in the hood. I'm trying to raise the property value, and you think, okay, white people move in your hood, the property value goes up. And the way he applied it to drug talk was cool. Even though we hear him say that a lot, it's still like a clever way of saying shit to me. And he's really, really good at that.
Only here for the paint news. You better know your worth. I'll really go berserk. Grab a blade, switch blades your face, give your bones a smirk, leaving with a permanent smile like when Cola when he on the phone with Surf. I'll put you on. Make him rap. Nigga be happy as fuck like a little bitch. Hey.
The first round was close. If I had to pick somebody, I would probably pick Geechi Gotti by an edge. Maybe it's just because of the cola bar. The cola bars seem to be like the crazy shit to me. So I gave him the first round. The second round, BadNewz was snapping. He rebutted the Snake Eyes bar, which was kind of a bar Geechi said about, you think I give a fuck that you punched a dude with one eye or whatever. He rebutted that. He talked a lot about Snake Eyes. You know, he disrespected your set, but the only rounds you gave him was the runs you wrote. That bar was kind of crazy. He basically said, Snake Eyes disrespected you, but the only rounds you gave him wasn't from a gun. It was the rounds you wrote. I like that bar. He had a dead serious bar that was good, a 1 day notice bar that was good.
His faith hopeless. His faith hopeless. Doctor standing over this nigga telling him, stay focused. They don't know what he signed up for in them last 24 hours. But for one, they noticed. Yeah.
And he had this whole use a bitch little angle. His second round is fire.
What the fuck made you think you could talk to I? Cause I done took the type of losses to make bosses cry. I don't change my character for nobody, Gotti. Period. I done seen niggas act funny, then end up dead serious. What I'm trying to say is, nigga, I really live what I'm writing.
Geechi comes back. He kind of, his whole second round is about BadNewz being a snitch. That's what his whole second round. He applied it to the whole Kid Slade shit. You know, he had like an eyewitness news thing. That was the whole thing. You niggas say you like another serve. The only wave you got is you waive your right to remain silent. And he had, that was pretty much his second round. I gave News his second round. Bro. Going into the third, I felt like News lost the third round. He kind of like got upset that Geechi was calling him a snitch. So he kind of like was trying to address that, but I just feel like a lot of his shit wasn't going over right, except for the lead bar that he had. The lead bar he had was kind of fire. Geechi comes back in the third. He has a bad reception, no service thing. That was crazy, bro. That bar was fucking crazy.
Summer, I told his folks after I killed him, I'ma shoot up the fucking funeral. They was so nervous. They was like, it ain't no reason to have no wake or go to no churches. Just a repast. They only had bad reception, no service.
Body shivering, have you talking in code? Like code is in like the death of a body, and code is talking in code. That bar was also crazy. And you know, you call yourself BadNewz, you name yourself after something we don't want to hear. Geechi won his battle 2-1. That's my recap of this battle. Shout out to BadNewz. You know what I'm saying? He's had a pretty good year outside of the recycle with Pain or whatever. He's had a pretty good year. He's getting a lot more notoriety right now. So, I mean, that's a good look for him. I know he's been around for a minute, bro. For a minute putting on work in Bullpen. But between bags and bodies, this Geechi battle right here, he's getting the looks. He got to make the most of it. He's getting the looks. He's been in a tournament, shit like that. He's been on RBE. He's been on URL. He's getting looks now. So what he does with it is going to be what he do with it at the end of the day. You can't say he ain't getting opportunities, but he is. But I got Geechi winning this battle. Just a little too much rebuttals and just timely bars in this battle. So I got Geechi 2-1.
Press, bias. Man, subscribe to the channel, man. Don't be a hater your whole life. Press, bias.